Hushpuppi. Galeb was the one doing all the hacking with his boys. He had all kinds of Romanian hackers, North Korean hackers working for him. And Hushpuppi was the one moving the money, laundering it with a lot of Nigerian young men working in his house. There was a room where they took 129 laptops and 47 phones. So they were doing the money part. He was doing the hacking part. Now, there was a point in which one of our OAPs here, Daddy Freeze, visited Dubai. And last year, he used that opportunity to visit Hushpuppi and wanted a tour of that house. So while they were eating dinner, if you go back to that video, you'll notice a part where Hushpuppi actually got up to go away into the room to make a phone call. That phone call, the FBI played it to us. Okay, he left Freeze in the dining table, but he went to make that phone call. What's up, bro? That's Hushpuppi. Alomari, I'm on the plane. We're about to land. The signal is poor. 922,000 came in. Okay, big money came in. He said, okay, send me the screenshot. Okay, when I get to the terminal, the plane will, when the plane gets to the terminal, the signal is back, the network. Okay. So Hushpuppi wanted the screenshot. So as Alomari got out of the plane, the FBI caught him, and that was the end of it. Now, when they caught Alomari, was it Alomari that outed Hushpuppi? Possibly. But also, Alomari's boys just got out $100 million from the COVID second. So the arrests are still coming in, Now, let me tell you one part of that whole COVID thing. The $100 million were for ventilators for COVID. And what Donald Trump wanted was to put that funds. Those funds were going through the United States Secret Service. They're another elite law enforcement agency. When Alomari hacked into it, reportedly, the $100 million came out. The 30% is Hushpuppi's money, and the 70% is Alomari and his boys. So when Hushpuppi had heard, this is according to an FBI source, when Hushpuppi had heard that they've captured Alomari, rather than just go down low, lay low, whatever, he double-crossed. Okay, according to my source, he allegedly double-crossed Alomari's boys of that 70 million and kept the whole 100. Out of greed, those boys were the ones that tipped the FBI off on the entire operation. And they found a way to start looking for Hushpuppi. And then Hushpuppi flashed everything and all that. This is one of the reasons why he fired Jill Pisetsky and Vicky Prodebeski, the first two lawyers who were saying, our client was kidnapped, our client is an influencer. That wouldn't work. I know Louis Shapiro. He's a very good lawyer. And I said it on my Instagram page. When Shapiro gets in there, he's just going to tell the feds, plea deal. And this is the problem we're having now with Woodbury. Olale Kwanle, the second in command. This is the boy that was in South Africa. Kwanle was in South Africa, and he fled South Africa because they wanted to kill him. There was one particular Yahoo over there called Alibaba. It was a big BEC, and a lot of money came out of it. And I heard our boys, were going to share that money, and Woodbury reportedly fled Dubai when he heard they're going to kill him. He didn't want to release the money. They were going to kill him, the cultist boys. And he fled to Dubai and moved with Hushpuppi. When he got to Dubai, he settled the boys. But at the end of the day, the BEC emails and the scams were still on Woodbury's phone. And that's why he's having a trouble now with his trial in Chicago. They have another lawyer that they've added to that case. I'm covering that too. The next date is August 6th. His name is Thomas Durkin. And Durkin is another very good lawyer. They're paying these lawyers huge amounts of sums. And Woodbury is in what they call Okay, Adesua, let's get personal. You asked me why did I get into this case. One, I'm a journalist. Number two, the same question BBC asked me in London. BBC London called me. They noticed that Hushpuppi and I had some interaction. Okay, I was curious. I wanted to follow what's going on. The interaction was years ago, when I came out of Port Harcourt prison, when I was detained. I was sick, very ill, and I had a huge medical bill, and I had to treat myself. So I did a fundraiser online, and I started going to the DMs of famous stars, people that had money. Okay, I'm blunt. I needed the money. So I went to Hushpuppi's page, and I sent him a message, and I did a post. And he said I have to apologize to a certain blogger before he could give me money. I apologized to the blogger. The post is still on his page. I apologized to the blogger, and he didn't give me the money. And I called him. I said, you're a scammer. Okay, you scammed me. You let me apologize to my nemesis, and you scammed me. At the end of the day, I said something that some people picked up. You're a scammer. So when I heard this stuff, it came from one of the people in that house, Palazzo Versace, that afternoon, 4 o'clock, our time, 7 Dubai. Said they just arrested Hushpuppi. They just raided the house. They just, and that's how I broke the story. Then I followed it since then. And then one of the reporters at the Gulf called me and said, hey, Kemi, Hushpuppi going to America tomorrow. I'm speaking with his